o'clock, 11 o'clock right now. It's quite late. I'm tired. So forgive me if I sound all, I don't know. What I wanted to talk about today and now is that you need skills. One of the most difficult things for me growing up was trying to figure out and identify who I wanted to become in this world. I feel like we all have like a certain sense of wanting to have an identity. We want to become somebody so that others may look at us with respect and endearment. But the major problem that I feel like a lot of us face is that we don't know where we want to go in life. And there's maybe kind of two or three main remedies that I've seen with this sort of stuff. And it's like, well, first you need life experience. That's a massive one. Then you need skills, or you need skills. And then you've got to just have a decent social circle. And with each of those things, so for example, with a social circle, that opens up so many different doors. You get to meet so many new people, and you begin to kind of find your identity with those people as they begin to open up doors for you. They begin to show you their hobbies, and you do their hobbies, you enjoy their hobbies. But then, growing up or becoming a type of person that becomes respected or right or whatnot, or to have that large social circle can be quite difficult, isn't it? Because, you aren't shit yet, so nobody really wants to speak to you. And then you've got obviously, being well traveled, well knowledgeable. That's also a fantastic thing. But at the same time, that's quite expensive, isn't it, to travel? Travel can be cheap, but then again, if you're working, you've got commitments, you've got family, it's not easy just to get up and get a plane and get out of the country. But then you've got skills. Skills are some of the most important things that you could do or that you can learn to try and level up your life. And there's many different ways that these kind of things help. And I'll give you like the main ones. The main ones are it gives you the opportunity to make more money. That's fantastic. The second thing it kind of does is that it gives you more, I'd say, of a broader spectrum of hobbies that you might be able to do for yourself. So, for example, let's say you gain the skill in scuba diving. You decide to take up a scuba diving course. Now you can scuba dive in different countries. You get to see the beautiful sea anemones or whatever. What that does is that it makes you basically a lot more interesting. So whenever you're able to go on holidays or whenever you'll be able to, I don't know, meet friends or I don't know, whatever, you have that. It's something for you to talk about. It's something for you to post on social media. It's something for you to, I don't know, build up a certain portfolio about yourself. So once people look at you, they're like, oh, you know, he does this. He's interesting. He's gone out of his way to learn something, to become or have a decent level of importance. And I'm not saying that you're necessarily doing it for other people. You're doing it for yourself. And what that does is that because you're doing it for yourself, you're beginning to attract other people. You can't expect to stay in your life now and not gain any skills and expect doors to open. Even for example, not the door, the skill of sales. You sell every single day. Whether you like it or not, you sell every single day. Your first impression, whenever I don't know, you shake somebody's hand or you smile or you dress or how you speak, your non-verbals, it's all sales. If you was to learn sales skills properly and, setting goals and targets, who knows where you might be in terms of your communication, maybe in terms of your business. Or let's say, for example, I don't know, maybe copywriting, learning to copyright correctly, those are skills. Or, for example, learning to cold call correctly, those are skills. Or social media, that's also a skill. Basically, every single thing that kind of levels you up in any sort of manner is essentially a skill. And those skills can always bring you to a certain defined outcome. For example, if you've got like a business where, I don't know, well, not a business, but you want to build a business that maybe takes you out of your current situation or whatnot, it might be worth looking at what type of skills may benefit you to take up so that you might improve, your chances of having a successful business. So for many people, that might be improving your communication skills, your social skills, maybe improving your public speaking skills so you can sell anything that you need to sell to people or whatnot, or simply just improving your sales skills. And sometimes it's not necessarily anything that's directed towards business. It's more about how you're able to interact with other people through maybe shared or liked interests. So, for example, even sports, you could pick up golf, go down to your local golf club and, learn golf, obviously, and then speak to people that are, in your field. You've learned a skill, you've got a lifelong hobby that you now enjoy, and you're also networking with people. And I think people really underestimate the importance of this so much because, most of us are stuck inside, we just play video games and that. But once you pick up an actual sport or a skill and you learn that skill, you instantly put yourself in the environment with the people that you want to be around. And it's so much easier. Like, for example, I picked up indoor rock climbing, and I met so many indoor rock climbers, people that are strong and enthusiastic and filled with adrenaline. Think people that want to do exciting things, that people that I want to be around. And I've picked up a hobby that I can spend my time with. And you know what? Most of these hobbies don't have to be expensive. A lot of these are free. And even if they are a bit expensive or whatnot, it still pays its weight in gold. And these skills are things you keep for a lifetime. It's not like food where you consume it, it's gone, and then you've got to do it again. No, you learn a skill, and if you enjoy it enough and you keep on doing, you get better at the skill, and you never forget it's lifelong, and it applies and it magnitudes to every single like aspect and area of your life. Trust me, you need skills. They're so crucial, they're so important. Especially if you're growing up now and you're figuring out what it is that you need to do. Maybe ask ChatGPT or, sit down and journal and write what skills would benefit me the next 3 years in terms of where I want to go in my life. You need skills.